Damon, can you make a crosshair video? Damon, help me out with crosshair placement. Damon, help me get out of iron.
Stop asking me for help. I'm not gonna make your stupid fuck.
Listen, I'll make you your Valorant guide, you shit cans. I'm gonna go over a couple of things that could be very solid and help you get out of that shit elo.
I'm also gonna tell you the things that low elo coaches don't want you to know.
I'd say this is for people that are in iron, bronze, and silver. And honestly, even people in Ascended have these issues. It's all good.
Hey.
The first thing we're going to talk about is the mechanics in this game. Yes, the mechanics. I know people are always bitching about the mechanics. Look, the reason why it's so important in this game is because a lot of people in those lower elos are still trying to figure out how the mechanics are in this game. And if you learn it and you become an expert at it, you can literally carry yourself to plat and diamond.
That's how important the mechanics are in this game, because this game is not like any other game. It's not like your shit Call of Duty. If you shoot first, you win. Like, that's how COD is. That's how COD always felt like to me. This game is different. It's fucking Giga Chad, Alpha Male. There's nothing that you can play besides CSGO that will translate well to Valorant. That's why the fundamentals in this game are so important.
Remaining.
You're insane at the game.
Insane.
So let's talk about the fundamentals in this game.
The best way to work on them are deathmatch and practice training bots. If you can do this every day, it can take you so far. That's why I can't stress enough. Mechanics and the fundamentals are so important in Valorant.
A lot of people wonder, how do I work on or fix my mechanical skill? And one way that worked for me is the PREMS method. Some call it the Mr. Miyagi method, but people have various names and strategies on working on the mechanics, and I think PREMS method will take you a long way. The PREMS method was created by Sero, a great Radiant YouTuber that has helped me climb very far. And we mentioned beforehand that this game is like no other, and majority of the lower ranks are trying to understand the mechanics before anything else. That's why high rank CSGO players can thrive without knowing any agents and climb to diamond without knowing anything else. So let's talk about the PREMS method. What does PREMS mean? Well, it means practice bots, recoil control, easy bots and medium bots, and strafe and movement practice. Those are the things that you're going to do when focusing and fixing your mechanical skill.
You're basically going to be training yourself to be more consistent, and the more you do this and you can translate it to your real in-game, you will literally climb to plat with less than a week, because it'll look like you're smurfing because you're just running around tap strafing and winning. For my subscribers out there, if you seriously want to become a better player and you want to get into the higher ranks, at least plat or diamond, I seriously consider you guys watching Sero YouTube guides or Senna's YouTube guides. They have the most outstanding aim training guides to like how to improve yourself as a Valorant player. Like I said, I'm not a YouTube guide video guide type of person. I'm definitely more of a comedy type, but practice bots is basically you sitting there, you playing music for a couple minutes. You could be 5 minutes or so, and you just tap the practice bots. Those are really good because it's basically like training yourself and you're warming yourself up to just tap and shoot. You're creating muscle memory for yourself. That way you're more consistent and you're not missing easy shots, especially if you get in your situations where you're behind someone and they're running around, or if you miss like very easy shots. This is going to stop you from missing those easy shots, and it's going to make you a better player.
So recoil control is becoming my favorite. If you learn how to like connect all your shots on an individual, you can become a demon in rank and be that body shot barrier everyone talks about. Because if you see like players like Sinatra are really just aiming at body shot level instead of aiming for head anymore, because if you can literally drill a person as soon as they peek you and you just connect every shot to them every time, even though your headshot percentage is probably going to drop 11-10%, at least you're not strafing back and forth trying to shoot that individual, and you're just literally straight up just drilling them the moment they peek out and they just lose all their health. And that's something like you can like think about when you're playing. So easy bots is really important. When you do easy bots, you want to make sure that you're tapping the heads and the individuals and you're going slow at it. Use a guardian or a sheriff. That way you're just creating consistency and muscle memory whenever an individual pops up to your screen, and you can just flick to them slowly without overshooting or undershooting.
Medium bots, the big reason why medium bots is important too is that way you're not just trying to shoot it as fast as possible. Probably why hard bots isn't on in here. You don't want to just like whiff and try to shoot the medium bots. You want to take your time as well to shoot the bots. If you miss, that's fine. Do not try to spray at the bots. I repeat, if you do that, it's going to create inconsistency, and you just try to shoot the medium bots. If you get one, that's fine. Just keep trying to shoot them one by one. It's better to use a guardian or a sheriff and never a vandal or phantom. That way you're not spraying at the bots.
Strafe and movement practice is basically it's just when you put 100 bots on and you just start tapping the bots, and while they strafe back and forth, It's just a great way like to get used to movement. That way when you get into the game, you're not completely lost. But the most important thing, I'm going to be 100% honest with you, this is probably one of the best practice to have. And if you check any type of trending aim training, any type of like aim training for Valorant, it's the same thing, but there's just different variations for it. But one thing to say, it does work. It 100% works, and I'm going to tell you how a good way to find out that if it works or not. If you ever see your favorite streamer play their first game, I know Tarek does this a lot. If he plays his first game without doing deathmatch, he doesn't do as good, and it takes a while for him to warm up. It's until the second or third game where he actually starts warming up. Now let me tell you the secrets that low elo coaches don't want you to know. And VOD reviewing, that's literally like the easiest way to climb out of like bronze, like gold, plat. Like you just watch your own gameplay. That's it. Like you watch your own gameplay, and you can literally say yourself like what you did wrong. You know, it isn't until when you get like a higher like elo and like things are a little bit more complicated, the way people use utility and stuff, like, and you need to know like how to use your utility. When you're like in lower like ranks, you can literally watch your own mistakes and then be like, that's what I did wrong. I need to focus on working on that. And it's crazy because bro, like I watch a lot of like VOD reviewing sessions. I watch like a lot of lower elos like VOD review sessions, and like 90% of the time it's literally them just being like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Like what? Like you're gonna be paying for that. That's what you're paying for, another man to tell you like what you're doing is wrong and for you to agree on it. That's it. Like you can do that yourself. Like why are you paying for that? Like that makes no sense. That's like one of the best ways to climb, especially if you're like very low like that, like a low elo player. Like it's the best way. Yeah, besides that, my tips personally, if you want to get a low elo, just do a lot of VOD reviewing, watch your own gameplay, play the game enough, always calm, make sure you're communicating. Like don't be quiet the whole game. That you're definitely throwing if you do that. And do proper like practice. Like, you know, there's literally like a lot of like pro players, like I've seen a lot of Radiants like play like 10 death matches, like really play a lot of those death matches, especially if your aim is really like bringing you down. Like you play a ton of death matches until you get into your brain, they like to start tapping shots. Like, they're all like, there's so many death matches, they barely even play ranked at this point. Like it's crazy. It's just like that match does go a long ways. Sometimes you can just watch other pro players. That's like a great way. You can either watch pro game or you can watch pro players play. You watch them play. A lot of great entertainers out there. Like Shanks is a really good player and he's hilarious. There's Tarek, who's an amazing player that's like always top 1 Radiant sometimes, and he's really funny. That's basically all my advice. I know I haven't posted in literally forever, but I am actually working like very hard towards like dropping more videos. So believe it or not, I am going to be releasing more soon. I have like 8 projects getting ready to get released, so expect all that stuff. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Thank you.